what we have come here for today is not merely to come and hear the Megillah, obviously. Not only have we come here tonight to tap a unique power that can bring Mashiach into our own personal lives, but there is a far more serious problem. Serious problem that we knew years ago, when I always quoted this Zohar on Purim, that we knew that peace in Israel can never be achieved unless we come to the realization that the names, coded names, can bring control. I quote from the Zohar in Pashat Balak, in Shlach, I'm sorry. We're speaking about Mashiach, the end of days, and as I repeat for those of you who may never have heard Rabbi Abraham Azulai's words, that by the year 2000, it's all over with. By the year 2000, that's to me only like 4.5 years to go. 4,000 meaning not January 1999, or December 31st, 1999, but it's that Rosh Hashanah. ואמר ראש הישיבה שהוא מדייק ושאל המשיח, אני יש משיח. מאין ידע דניאל, how did Daniel know, שאמר פריס פריסת מלכותך ויהבת למדי ופרס. How did Daniel know 2,400 years ago? He lived in Persia. Of course, he may have been a proud Persian. And he said that the last kingdom that will govern the entire world, will be the kingdom of Persia. In our day, they control the World Trade Center, and whenever they want to, because they're not yet sophisticated, they will control everything. Not only are their numbers 6 million in the United States, but they are rapidly expanding all over the world. And it is only, like some of my friends in the government in Israel, whom I've spoken to, who are so short-sighted and don't see further than their nose, that it is that country that will ultimately, and unfortunately sooner than we would like, assume dominion over the entire world, according to Daniel. And he reaches that from the verse, Shama Paris Prisat Malkutecha Ve'ev Lemadai Paras. The last kingdom will be given to Paras, Persia. Paras Prisat, he explains, Malkutcha Harisha, Aludei Mashiach. And unfortunately, the king of Persia will be an evil person. Can we change that? I tried, and we tried this evening, because the Shah of Iran, whom I've been very friendly now, on a very friendly basis for years, understands that bloodshed will never solve the world's problems. Wars for the best reasons, murder for the best reasons, will never resolve the world's problems. Yishlot melech paras v'yichvosh habei melukot. This is how it says the Zohar now. From Daniel, the Zohar has gleaned that the king of Persia shall capture many kingdoms. Hu yishlat al eretz hakdosha yud bet chodesh. And included in his conquest will be the land of Israel. And Israel never happened. I've spoken to the best strategy people in Israel. Never happened. But you know what? I have a little more faith in the Zohar. And he will be there for 12 months. V'hu yishlo b'ya'arov rabim. Not only that, u'b'toch ha-Mashiach, hu Mashiach ben Yosef. As we know, there will be one Mashiach, Mashiach ben Yosef, and the final, ultimate, Mashiach ben David. And only then, b'achar kach yipol melech Rashi. There will be bloodshed, says the Zohar. Can we change it? You know why they gave us a Purim? Are we still going to buy that? So we can be festive today because we achieved a victory some 2,400 years ago? We come tonight to change history. Thank God there are many thousands around the world that do not hear these words as something that is far out, incredible, too true to be, too far out to be true. No. Tonight, all around the world, wherever the Megillah is being read with all of its codes, and I say all of its codes, we do not miss one. Because every code taps into a particular energy that with that energy creates dominion and control. We've come here tonight because the problems not only are in Algeria, not only in the United States, not only in Argentina, not only in Italy, where we have suffered under the impact of this revolutionary government in Tehran, but we have come here tonight to change history. That's why they gave us a Megillah. Not just to hear the reading of the Megillah. Not only to change destiny in our own lives, so that we can remove the chaos, pain, and suffering that we've been forced to endure by Satan consciousness over 2,400 years. Since that document was created, but never put to use. We, for the first time in history, we are making use of this document according to the Zohar, according to Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai. The difference is, and the reason why Moses did not make it, with the Dor Dayah, the generation of whose capacity of intellect, knowledge, could never be surpassed, because the people were not involved. The people did not believe one miracle after another. They were too smart to fall for that trap. And they elected and opted for the trap of Satan. So they perished in the desert. We again are back. As the Ari HaKadosh stated, most of us are back today, are from those very same people who are incarnated and are being incarnated in these last few years. And who this time around will not express their egocentricity by stating, hogwash, pain and suffering is part of the landscape. It cannot be changed. Well, I say to you today that we are making a change all around the world. Not only are we affecting tens of thousands of people every day of the year, all around the world, people who are literally changing, elevating their sense of consciousness, but we are going to make a change in the entire world. And more importantly, we are going to change what the Zohar says, that without change, our destiny is as stated. But we do not accept that. The Zohar says we can change it. We have the tools. Tonight is that unique opportunity by which we can make history. Tonight! Not next week, but tonight. We can all inject that kind of energy, that kind of feeling, that kind of consciousness into what the objective of the reading of this Megillah this evening is all about. I assure you, I assure you that we will see changes that never before could have been dreamt of. Amen.